We as humans like to dream. We dream of dystopian futures, traveling into space, and oh, would you look at that? Buggy fantasy games that can't be beaten by other buggy fantasy games. Skyrim is a game like no other. It brings you in 1 second and kicks you out the next because you want to play Fortnite or something, but you always come back. It's like that recipe your nan has for cookies. You know she's the only one who makes them the way you want, but all them other cookie makers? Well, they're just fucking crap. I'd like to teach you some of the ways Skyrim likes to love you, and in the form of the worst quests in the game. Tier list videos are cancer, but cancer spreads and YouTubers need some form of ability to make content. We are the spreaders, my comrades in arms. So please, sit back and enjoy this video about wishful thinking and Khajiit. We all love Khajiit, they're manly and hairy. Here you are, enjoying some dungeon delving, realizing your vastly superior complex is coming into play every time you check a mirror because you're a high elf. Aren't you guys the best? But thick elves don't make for thick quests, and Sindarian, my one true love who gave some okay-ish stuff to do in Oblivion, just wanted to make you feel bad about yourself in Skyrim. Sindarian is dead, all the way down in the depths of Blackreach, a place where a particular set of Nirnroot exists. Crimson Nirnroot, a red and vastly superior type of Nirnroot. Like the high elves of every race, Crimson Nirnroot comes with its own properties, but has one disadvantage. There is so few of it in Skyrim since it only exists down in Blackreach. You need to collect 30 Crimson Nirnroot for a fetch quest in this hidden city, and it's AIDS. I'd rather become an Argonian of the second era than do this quest. But your reward for the taxing service of being a male high elf in this desolate city of no return, a 25% chance to create 2 potions of the same potion when using alchemy. Also, you get a book. But what if you can't read? That would mean Bethesda are abling the influence of telling you that you can't see no book. I don't enjoy this quest. I'm mentioning this because it makes the idea of jumping off a cliff seem nice in comparison. I have actually met 1 or 2 people who enjoy the grind for under new management. Now, you'd be sitting there and saying to yourself, but that quest is so short. Yeah, well, this quest is the reward for you doing 25 other quests to get a set of armor not even good. Now, the 5 city quests you have to do after doing a certain amount of mist quests for either Delvin or Vex are actually decent, but it's the other 20, man. It's the saving and quick loading to get the appropriate quests the right way. It's the fast traveling back and forth so many times, and in the end, when your big boy Brynjolf, your main hoe, the man of the hour, the guy who has a cool accent, he rewards you in the center, and you achieve the role and title of Guildmaster, and do you know what rewards you get for it? The Amulet of Articulation. It makes persuasion attempts always succeed and speech better, but how many times in the game does persuasion count for your shit? You get a key to the guild tributes chest which has random terrible loot you won't use, and finally, you get the armor set, the Guildmaster's armor set. It increases pickpocketing and lockpicking by 35%, 50 points of carry capacity, and 20% better prices. It's just so not worth the hassle of the Vex and Delvin quests, man. But if you like it, you probably like pain. No one escapes sitting a mine. It's awful. I don't like it. Never have and I never will. Now maybe it's because of the excessive glitching coming up to the quest or the grim surroundings of Markarth, but it's just never sat with me. Everybody knows people replay RPG games. Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Elder Scrolls, Hunipop, you name it, bro. All great RPG games with lots of replayability, but you go from one guy to another guy to another guy to another guy, and none of them are important. And when you do get to the one important guy there is, it's Madnak, who's not interested at all. You do get a choice to either kill him or let him live, but I don't like quests that rip you from the gameplay without much notice. I like having control. It's okay here and there if the quests and characters are actually interesting to me, but by the end of this long-ass Prison Break Season 22 sequel, you get either one of 2 rewards, the Armor of the Mad Gods or the Silverblood Family Ring. The ring gives you 50% better smithing, which is shit. If you think that's good, what's wrong with you? You can enchant gear that good in like an hour. It's unnecessary. The only time this ring is worth getting is if you don't know how to enchant, or you go and do this quest immediately at the beginning of the game. The armor set is good. Destruction spells cost 50% less, sneaking is 20% better, bows do 20% more damage, magicka is increased to 30. If it's in the early to mid game, it's decent. Pick this one or do yourself a favor. Don't do the quest at all. Reading is good for you. It's good for your eyes and your nose, because what's better than a book that smells good? St. Jib's Opus is the worst quest in this game. Shut up. I like fan service when it's not my favorite characters put in their underwear, but I didn't want to collect pages for Jib. We should have been able to cleanse the species of cliff racers together in some form of time loop or something. Just something with a bit more magic to it. Impatience of a Saint will have you going around the soul cairn retrieving 10 pages for St. Jib. They don't have quest markers, so you're going to have to use good exploring skills and some intuition to find them. They are annoying to find. Very annoying. The Soul Cairn is already dull and deprived of any sort of life and fun. I personally have never enjoyed being in the Soul Cairn. I think it's dull and dreary. But let's say you do retrieve all of the pages and you ask yourself, what is my cool reward for becoming the coolest detective in the Soul Cairn? Well, you get the Opus itself, which is the single most expensive book to give you absolutely nothing of value in the game. You also receive the Locket of St. Jib, which actually adds an armor rating, 5 to be precise. The only amulet in the game to do so. You get 50 points of carry weight and 50 points of stamina. It's okay. It's mid-tier, but the quest to get it is shit. I don't like it. Now, for the final one, I'm putting down No Stone Unturned. I have finished this quest 5 times in the last year. Ask anybody who watches me stream religiously. I've done it to the point I can just about remember where every single one of the stones are. This quest has not a single map marker telling you where one of the 30 of the stones of Baron Zai are located at any single place across Skyrim. Literally, you have to buy and decorate one of the rooms for the house in Solitude to find one of them. How absolutely stupid is that? That's like the dumbest thing in the world. Imagine finding 29 and you don't know where the last one is because you don't realize you have to spend over 25,000 gold. That's so stupid. The reward for doing this unbelievably taxing quest is the Prowler's Profitability, which is a passive power that lets you find more precious gems in any sort of place you can find them. It can yield maybe 2 to 4 more, which can in turn bring about more opportunities for the Dragonborn to sell items and get money. Pointless when you can just make potions and sell them at high value. I really don't understand Bethesda's love for making you look for things that you can't find, but they should really stop. It's very irritating and boring to do. Well, my friends, that's it on this list. Let me know if you agree or disagree. You might think one of these quests is the best of the entire game, and if you do, you're wrong and you suck. I'm gonna go and play something now. Do make sure to leave a rating of some sort. Let me know if you think I suck. I'm happy to agree with you, but also I don't care. Honestly, I hope the next game brings about some shitty quests too. It makes for good content. Controversial at times. I've been playing really random games lately. Ever played Age of Mythology? It's pretty cool and old. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.